So different techniques they evolved over the pace of time which contributed to the Human Genome Project. If we look into the cloning vectors, we have seen that there was yeast artificial chromosomes and bacterial artificial chromosomes. They got discovered. So the cloning vectors like BACs and YACs, they were used in Human Genome Project. If you look into the sequencing innovations, obviously the use of capillary gels, automated sequencing, cycle sequencing, and automated methods for sample preparation. So all of them, they helped a lot. For the analysis of the sequencing data, there was different software. So most famous amongst them was FRED and FRAP. So they were used. FRED actually monitors raw data quality, and it also helps in assembly. And FRAP actually assembles the sequence data using the base quality scores from the FRED. How did they prepare the samples? So researchers, they collected blood from female or sperms from the males, and they actually collected from a large number of donors. So where they have actually respected their full privacy. So only few samples they were processed, and neither the donors nor the scientists they know whose DNA was being processed in order to keep the privacy. Genome from Celera, that was based on DNA from 5 donors. They can only be identified by the races and sex. Human Genome Project proceeded by cloning large fragments into YACs and BACs, followed by mapping them onto the chromosomal locations, and then it was followed by shotgun sequencing. Then obviously sequencing was done on automated sequencers, and finally the assemblies, they were performed. The shotgun method used in Human Genome Project was actually hierarchical shotgun sequencing. We have already seen that, but just in order to give a review, we take those DNA segments, we take the genomic DNA, we break them into fragments and we put them into BACs, and then we develop BAC libraries. Then we organize them into the contigs, and then finally we take those BAC clones and then we break them again. So and then we have those shotguns clones, and then from that we get those sequences, and finally we put them together in an assembly workflow, and finally we get the assembled genome. So Human Genome Project, we have seen that it got the pace and support from the different discoveries in molecular biology and genome sequencing technologies.